The botfly is a hairy insect about twice the size of a housefly. Its maggot larvae are known to live as parasites in human flesh.
Botflies only have a few offspring over the course of their lives, but they're very careful about where they place them so that those offspring are more likely to survive.
Skin provides food and shelter for baby botflies, and the botfly larvae are brilliantly adapted to living in the flesh of another organism. Botflies have special mouthparts that allow them to burrow into their host's skin. At the maggot's rear end is a breathing tube that keeps the larvae supplied with oxygen while it's in the skin. The doctor can see the botfly maggots through their breathing tubes, which form holes on the top of each bump.
To complete its life cycle, a botfly has to find a way to get its eggs onto the skin of a host. But the adult botfly has a problem. It's too big and conspicuous to drop the eggs off for itself. So what it does is it uses a mosquito to deliver the eggs for it.
The female botfly ambushes a mosquito in mid-flight. The botfly lays its eggs and glues them to the underside of the mosquito. When the mosquito lands on human skin, body heat melts the glue. The eggs fall off the mosquito and hatch into larvae, which burrow into the skin. If they are undisturbed, they will remain there for 6 weeks. Eventually, the larvae crawl out through the breathing hole, fall off the skin, and burrow into the ground. 4 weeks later, they emerge as adult botflies.
Because botflies only make a few offspring, they need those offspring to get where they need to go, and that's why using a mosquito is such a brilliant strategy. Botfly larvae are ringed with little tiny black spines, and those are there so that if you try to pull it out, it's going to get lodged into place. It's a great way to make sure that it doesn't get pulled out by the host.
One way to extract a botfly is to cover the air hole, starving the maggot of oxygen. When the cover is removed, the maggot surfaces and can be extracted safely. To avoid hosting a botfly, keep away from mosquitoes when in the tropics. Always use insect repellent and cover up at dusk.
To complete its life cycle, a botfly has to find a way to get its eggs onto the skin of a host.
The botfly's cunning reproductive strategy ensures more of its young survive.